Hello, this is Sarah Rainiers with eXp Realty, and I'm here today for my final interview with mortgage broker Jason Walton. And we're just so appreciative of having Jason to do these videos because he's providing some very valuable information for us at a time when we need it. And if you didn't watch my last video with Jason, if you think that homeownership is out of reach, then please go back and watch that one and you'll see it may actually be something you can do. Today, we're going to be talking with Jason, who is a mortgage broker, about why using a broker makes a big difference when you're financing your mortgage. So, welcome, Jason.
Hey Sarah, thanks. Yeah, I've enjoyed the videos so far, and I really do hope that your listeners and viewers find this helpful. Yeah, so one of the things that we always talk about, and it can feel like you may be um, throwing some of our friends under the bus that maybe work for the banks and stuff, but if you were to ask them the questions, they're going to tell you the same thing. They're limited on what they can do. They do offer things like checking accounts, saving accounts, CDs. They'll offer other financial products that we don't. We don't do those things. So that's where they're able to offer customers those things. And then, of course, that's not free, so they make money off that. So
Mhm.
what sets us aside is we are a mortgage brokerage alone. That's
Mhm.
all we do. Therefore, we're experts at it.
Mhm.
Um, the team at Southern Fidelity Mortgage Group, and I'm with Maccabee Group
Mhm.
with inside there. I'm probably hundreds of years of experience combined with
Mhm.
the whole team. So if there's ever any question, I can walk down the hall, I can pick up the phone,
Mhm.
someone has dealt with it and they can help push something through. But
Mhm.
probably the biggest help that we bring to the customer is we're able to shop wholesale rates. And like if I could share my screen with you right now, you would see it up at the top ribbon. I have 8 saved wholesale lenders that I'll go to. Now I have my 4 primaries because they've just been
Mhm.
good relationship.
Mhm.
But then I'll always can go up there and just kind of click on one of those other ones, run the scenario to shop the rate because they are all competing for our business.
Mhm.
Um, and so we're able to beat rates significantly. And as the broker here, Mark Kent, will clearly state, um, do not ever let do not ever let a client go. We will do whatever we have to do to earn their business. So that's something that we have that in banks, they know this. They can't offer that, and they're limited on what they can do. Um, but that's what we get to pass along, that wholesale rate and that savings to the customer. And
Mhm.
also our closings average, given that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Once
Mhm.
that kickoff email gets sent to
Mhm.
the borrower, and that's very time sensitive, they get all that information loaded up.
Mhm.
Once we get all that in, we submit that for underwriting, and
Mhm.
it can come back next day, um, and with close with conditions, um, and we can close as early as 20 days. So
Okay.
that's another thing.
Yeah.
Again, offering those so rates from some of the lowest in the industry, and we this is all we do. So
Mhm.
it knowing that that's what we do day in and day out makes us the experts at it. Um, because we're not having to go out and try to get you to buy a CD and other things like that. So it's again, I'm
Yeah.
not throwing my friends under the bus that are bakers, but I can have a conversation with them sitting across the table right now, and he'd be like, "Yes, you're right. You're right. I
Well,
get it."
yeah. Yeah. So I think that it's good for people to know that there are different options for different purposes. And so it's just good to know what's out there. I mean, hey, that's part of what's great about being an American, right? We have options, we have choices. And so now I don't want to, let's see, I did want to bring up something else, but do you want to, is there anything else you want to say about what makes a mortgage broker different before I get into my next little thing that I wanted to bring up?
No, I think the key is we're able to the key is we're able to shop, and we
Mhm.
shop wholesale rates, and we
Mhm.
can shop multiple of our wholesale lenders, and then we get to pass that along. That's probably the key takeaway. And us, our fees are typically lower, and we can close in 20 days.
Okay, awesome. Now, something that's very important to me in developing business partners is trust. Okay, and I know that for my clients, trust is very important as well. And so when I met Jason, I didn't realize this, but I found out later that he's very involved in some local organizations that are really making an impact in our community. One of those is Lincoln Village. He and his family are highly involved with that organization. And then he's also involved with the Downtown Rescue Mission. Some of these organizations, ministries here in the Huntsville, Madison County area, if it weren't for these organizations, I don't know what our town would be like, quite honestly. I mean, we talk about the businesses that make a difference, but we don't always look at the other side of things in our community. And so I wanted to just say thank you for your involvement. He is on the are you on the board for the Downtown Rescue Mission?
Yes.
Okay. So please share a little bit about these two organizations and how you got involved.
Yeah, so thanks. And it is, you're right, 100%. I'm not sure what Huntsville would look like right now if we didn't have at least the two ministries that I'm involved in. I know there's others that are doing great things, but
Absolutely.
Lincoln Village um, we're considered an integrated community family. And so we live in one of the homes that are right
Hmm.
behind the school. So
Hmm.
there's what's called there's Lincoln
Hmm.
south, and then there's Lincoln north. So on the
Hmm.
other side of Oakwood, we live on the south, and it really is just being a good neighbor, just
Hmm.
being good models, being friendly, being intentional. So there is a difference that in the we used to live in Hampton Cove, and I can tell you I knew three of my neighbors. That was it.
Wow.
Hampton Cove is there's plenty of people to get to know, but I only knew
Hmm.
three people.
Hmm.
Um, so when we sold our house in Hampton Cove, moved to Lincoln Village, there's still several houses, a lot of houses that Lincoln owns, and with single moms in there,
Hmm.
but you are more intentional. So you definitely saying hey to folks, and if there's an
Hmm.
opportunity to help, you help where you can. And of course, that ministry as a whole is just amazing what it offers
Hmm.
to the folks that are in the Evolve program, and
Hmm.
it's a 5-year program. So
Hmm.
you get financial training, spiritual training, you get
Hmm.
help, you get educated. So when you graduate, you can buy your own home with
Hmm.
Habitat, a partner with Habitat for Humanity.
Hmm.
So and the rent is affordable, and it
Hmm.
allows the moms to focus on themselves
Hmm.
and their children,
Hmm.
um, to help move the needle in a positive direction.
Yes, yes.
Um, and those of you who don't know about Downtown Rescue Mission, that's definitely something that I would recommend you Google and just read about what they do. They have a very
Hmm.
strong hand in the community when it comes to homeless and feeding the homeless. And
Hmm.
there's the program in there as well. So for someone who
Hmm.
wants to come into the program who's been battling with addiction, if they're
Hmm.
homeless,
Hmm.
you come into a four-phase program, which the
Hmm.
programs are named Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Um, so they come into that program, and along the way you start getting more responsibility, start getting some more freedom, getting a job out in town, helping around Downtown Rescue Mission because it's a big
Hmm.
facility.
Hmm.
But it is a redemption recovery. That's one way to think of it.
Okay.
Great program, and there's
Mhm.
plenty of volunteer opportunities at Lincoln Village every Saturday from 8 to
Oh
12,
yeah.
and then Downtown Rescue Mission. There's an
Hmm.
opportunity to serve
Hmm.
anytime. I mean,
Yeah.
anytime if you have time, you can go Downtown Rescue Mission and help for sure.
Well, that's
Um,
great. It's good to know. And also, just for people who want to get out and do something to make a difference, maybe involve their young adult children somehow in serving, or I don't know, ages of children. It depends on what you're doing, I'm sure. But I think it's great to get your kids involved if you can, and then just go out and do something
yeah,
to make a difference. So thank you for really literally just your whole family taking your whole lives into making a difference in our community. And thank you for what you do as a mortgage broker as well. Thanks so much.
yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
All right. Y'all have a good day.